All right, good to see you. Thanks so much for staying with us. Happy Valentine's Day. Some updated totals here. Thank you so much for all the emails. You can keep them coming in. Weather at WFMZ.com, weather at WFMZ.com. Just getting some emails here from some folks in the Pocono area, up just north of Stroudsburg, in the Stroudsburg area, also up in Lehighton. Some places getting now reporting in with 7, 8, 9 inches of snow. Thank you so much for your totals. And you can see throughout the region now, most parts of our area in the 4 to 7 inch range. It's a combination of snow we saw on the front end, ice, 12, in some cases 8 to 12, 8 to 14 hours of sleet, and then on up, and then the snow on the back end. And we may not be done yet. Still another coating to an inch wouldn't be out of the question. You guys, Bucks, Montgomery, Chester, 2 to 5, 3 to 7 inch amounts. On Philly, 2 to 5 inch amounts. Temperatures. This is crazy. You ready for this? We had temperatures peak up to 34 degrees less than an hour ago. And when we talked to you, actually half hour ago, it was 34 degrees. We've dropped 10 degrees. You heard me right. We've dropped 10 degrees in less than a half an hour. We're now down to 24 degrees, and we saw similar drops. Mount Pocono, you guys got up to 26 degrees. You've now dropped to 10. We're sitting here at 24 degrees, and we're going to continue to see that temperature drop. Some wacky things happening involving latent heat and with some of the sleet and some of the snow and the kind of the changeover. But more importantly, this northwest wind now kicking in, ushering down much colder air, and we're going to see that temperature continue to slide. So believe me when I tell you, we got up there, and I got a couple of emails saying, some people saying the sun poked out, saw a little tiny bit of melting. That's about to end and end in a hurry. So you got an hour or two of melting if you saw any of that, because we got that 1 hour where we got up to 32, 34 degrees, and that now we're done. We're seeing that basically that northwest wind ushering in, routing out that warmer or milder air. Take a look at the satellite, the storm itself, the center of circulation right now over Long Island. That'll continue to pull up and away, but winding up really just thumping on New England. They're getting hammered with a tremendous amount of snow and some mixed as well, depending on where you happen to be, especially along coastal regions, but a good amount of snow and very heavy snow. As far as what we've got, we're going to continue to watch this wraparound effect that still could clip us, giving us possibly another coating to an inch. A little max moves through our area, and I think we'll have to watch because we still, that max is progged, or the model suggests it gets through our area around 7 o'clock. So between now and then, we're still allowing for a little additional snow. And then there's the possibility that we could see a little additional snow through the evening hours as well, up until I'd say 9 o'clock. So allow for that. If you're heading out for Valentine's dinner, please be careful. Roads, it's just amazing to me. The highways are still snow covered in many locations, secondary roadways. In fact, let's go off to J.C. Kelleher, who's standing by right now. J.C., I think we have J.C. There you are.
Yep, I'm here.
Tell us what you got.
Well, actually, quite a bit of stuff happening on the roads right now, Ed. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to take you right out to Route 100 here so you can get an idea of what it's looking like. Here's Route 100 at Route 78 westbound at Route 100, I should say. It is at a standstill. Multiple disabled vehicles being reported through Berks County right now between Route 100 here, past Crumsville, all the way out to Route 61. Traffic is standing still in both directions. You'll see just maybe 1 or 2 cars going eastbound here at Route 100, and that is what we're seeing all across the Berks County region. In fact, we're just getting reports of an accident Route 422 westbound at Route 176. Now you can see, as Ed mentioned, starting to clear a little bit, but that's not going to last for too long with some of the stuff that's melting on the roadways. Getting reports of an accident on 309 right in front of Montana West. Just right above Quakertown. Also wires down across the region, Heidelberg Township. That's in Mountain Road and Macon Road, causing some problems. I'm going to take you out here to see some of the other cameras from PennDOT. Here's Route 309 and 22. You can still see some of the parts of the roadways still very packed down with the snow and the ice and slush on top of it, making for some very treacherous driving conditions. Slow and steady is the only way to go if you're going to go out in this mess today. Here's Route 145 in the area of Route 22. By the Lehigh Valley Mall. Very slow conditions here reported as well, as we see over here at Route 978, Route 987, I should say, rather, Airport Road at Route 22. So we're seeing the same thing all over the place, wherever we look here on the cameras. Very slow, very treacherous conditions. And I'm going to take you over to Route 309 at the southbound part, where it heads over to off of Route 78 toward Quakertown. And you can still see that vehicle that's off on the side side over there, actually a couple of vehicles right there where it splits out. And this is what we're seeing also at some of these intersections, off-ramps, very slippery and slick conditions. So please allow plenty of caution and time for your travels across the Poconos. Route 209 remains closed. In fact, through the Pocono region in Carbon County, we still have that state of emergency throughout Carbon County. You are not allowed on any of the roads in Carbon County at this time, and that is until further notice. I'm J.C. Kelleher in the 69 News Traffic Center. We're going to take you back to the 69 News Storm Center with Ed.
Thanks, J.C., so much for all your help this afternoon. And I was just watching here off on the AccuWeather channel, watching our Warren Street bypass camera, and I could actually see a PennDOT truck trying to do its best to clear the shoulder of the roadway, which was still snow-covered, and it was just hindered because you could see cars in front of him, cars behind him, cars beside him. It just makes it very difficult for these guys to get out there, guys and gals, to do their job. So if you can stay off the roadways, for a number of hours here, to at least allow those guys and gals to do their job and to get the roadways clear, because they've got a lot of work to do. I'm just still amazed at some of the highways still snow-covered. And, of course, many, many secondary roadways continue to be snow-covered as well. Again, and it was, I think, a combination of that snow on the front end, sleet, 12 hours of it, and then snow on the back end. And again, we may not be done. I want to be able to show you here on the back end. Take a look at the last 24 hours. You'll easily see what we're talking about. This max here, you see, is scheduled to get through here and kind of clear the area by 7 o'clock. And so I want to say up until 9 o'clock, we have to at least allow for the possibility for a bit more snow. You guys in the northern part of our area are still seeing some snow, but a lot of other places, skies have brightened a bit. We may not be in the clear, and we may still see, again, another coating to an inch, so allow for a bit of extra snow here through the evening hours. And then once we get past 9, 10 o'clock, we should be okay. And I think the big story will be the wind, lots of it, as these isobars, as this storm pulls away again right now over Long Island, pulling away tightly packed isobars tonight, tomorrow, Friday. A lot of wind, and I'm telling you, temperatures are going to plummet. So everything that is out there now is going to freeze solid. In fact, that's happening as we speak, as temperatures will continue to tumble. That daytime high, 35 degrees, forget that. We've already seen 34, actually 34 degrees we got to, and we're already dropping. We're at 24 degrees and falling. Northwest winds 15 to 30. Looks like, again, clearing, very, very windy as we get into night tonight. Wind chills well below zero. In fact, down possibly 5 to 10 to 15 below. And again, we're not going to see temperatures getting up above that freezing mark anytime soon, right on through your President's weekend with very cold air. We'll see you again in another half hour. Be safe. And again, if you don't have to go out, please stay off the roadways, because these crews have a lot of work to do as many roadways continue to be snow covered and treacherous. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll see you in just a bit.